We're going to be talking about Brock Purdy, the man, the myth, the legend. His 2022 Prism numbered 353 PSA 10, which is a pop of 411, has seen an insane amount of growth over the last 6 months on 127 sales. It has had a rate of growth of 107.56%. The current price of this card is at $923.58. The average in this time frame has been $789.25. The low being $385. Whoever bought that, big shout out to you. And the high at $1311.25. Brock Purdy has officially led the 49ers to the number one seed in the NFC at a 12-4 record. In his sophomore season, he could have been the MVP if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson. Since the 49ers have announced that they're not playing him in the last week, these are his stats for his sophomore season. He had a 69.4% completion rating, 31 touchdowns to 11 picks, 4 of those which were during that Ravens game. He had a quarterback rating of 113, and ESPN's QBR was 72.7. With Brock Purdy, would I buy him now? Probably not, because the cards are so astronomically sky high. Your best time to buy Purdy was during the mid-season dip, or it was right before the season in about April, May, when his stuff was still kind of high, but there was like a little period where like, is he really going to do it again this down the third? That was your time to buy Purdy. Raw, graded, whatever. Now his stuff is going through the roof. The only other time I would say now you could probably buy Purdy is if they end up losing in the playoffs. But as of now, I would hold at least the playoff game. You got to see who they're facing. If they're playing somebody like the Cowboys, yeah, it really depends on the matchup that they get. But as of now, hold on tight to Purdy. He's, there's going to be a couple of weeks before he's playing.
I'm selling right now. Sorry. I don't know. I mean, is he their future? Does he work with their system? Yeah. Are they going to sign him to a big contract instead of this $900,000 a year, whatever he's getting paid now on this rookie contract? Who knows? But yeah, man. If I held on to Purdy this long, it's going out the door if I'm not PCing it right now. Because especially when Flacco beats him in the Super Bowl, I think the value is going to dip heavily then. So yeah, I'm selling Purdy now, man. I would not be holding it. You held it this long. You've done what you can. You got the 107% or whatever jump from 6 months ago, bro. Cash it in. You doubled your money. Done. Thanks, Brock. I'll take the cash you made me. Thank you, brother. But I'm selling. Sell.
From a flipper's mindset, I agree. I think that you probably bought in before the season when people still weren't convinced. You can sell them now and make a quick buck. But I actually do think that, I think if I'm like looking at this as like a potential for long-term investment, I would hold, because I do think that he's in a good system. I think he's with a good organization. I think they always make sure he's around good players. They know how to make a quarterback look good. I think Jimmy G has always sucked. I have never thought Jimmy G was good. And I think Purdy is better than Jimmy G. And you're seeing the difference between a good quarterback versus, like, in my opinion, I don't even want to call him average quarterback, and Jimmy G, in a good system with good players around them. So I think Purdy's got potential to be good. I'm not saying he's the next Tom Brady, but he does have a pretty interesting story. And I think that for his rookie stuff, because nobody expected him to be this good, I think his print counts relative to some of the other rookies that are out there and going to be coming out there, probably pretty good. So I'm good with the quick flip on him. Regardless, like, some people they're in this to flip, and I think you definitely sell it now. Don't wait any longer this season. Just sell it now, make your money, and move on. But I do think that Purdy's here to stay, and I think the value of his cards long term are going to eventually go up.
Yeah, I mean,
All
I
right.
completely agree with you, Chris. The only thing is, I believe that the Niners have contracts that are being up this year, so I don't know if that Niners team is going to be, as much of a threat next year.
That's a fair assessment. That's totally, yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, this year it's on the paper. They have the best, if not one of the best you know, both ways of the field. So, I mean, take that as you want. I think selling Purdy would be a great idea come midway through the playoffs.
If you want to be really ballsy with it, you could just time your Brock Purdy card to end right before the game starts. If you want to get really ballsy with it, you can really probably maximize your value there, just in case you think they're gonna lose. I see people do that. Like I've seen a lot of people do that with UFC. Actually, I've seen that a lot.